as we head into this game 1?
So the thing we're probably gonna, see is that people are gonna want to push the Rainmaker up through the bottom. Like the top part of on this map doesn't really matter too much until you brought the Rainmaker to that side. So, starting off with Mind over here, securing the bottom, getting 2 kills. Unfortunately, though, while that was happening, the members from, I believe, level 35 bosses were actually being taken out at the same time, so Mind was being left alone there. So, JagerGXA are actually now going to be, starting off, trying to make a push going, but I think I was a little bit late on that, and now level 35 bosses are actually, have the control now, as they've taken 2 down from JagerGXA right now. Rainmaker's not taken down yet, managing to slip it by. Nice jump by level 35.
Yeah, Karenza looking really good as he's just trying to sneak the Rainmaker into the enemy base, managing to catch that 61-point lead that he needs for his team. So right now, level 35 bosses, they do have a little bit of a lead, but it's not that much. I don't think 61 is really anything to write home about. Of course, with 3 minutes and 40 seconds left on the clock, there's just still so much time for them to be able to catch up. And just like that, 3 members of level 35 bosses goes down. So that means Jager right now has a free shot of being able to push up the Rainmaker.
Yeah, this is definitely a great opportunity right now. It looks like they're going to be pushing it to the left. It's definitely not a bad play. of course, you've got to be careful of that. The left side on this map in particular, you don't get normally a lot of points, so a lot of people they prefer to bring it through the middle since there's more points to be taken right down. Unfortunately, we just see someone roll off the map right there. But it's alright. Unfortunately, but I think it was a Glugaduli or the Glugaduli on that one. And we have level 35 bosses trying to look at an opportunity to make a push. And the Stingray doesn't seem to be taking them out just yet, but Koche is cursed right there and it gets taken out right away. Nico looking to, get this Rainmaker a little bit later. Doesn't need to pick it up just yet since the opposition do have more players on. He does manage to get a trade right there. So Merlin's going to be, securing his Rainmaker, but the Bamboo, Carranza taking out the Jet Scorcher there. And it's just a matter, he didn't have to, rush the Rainmaker right there. All you need to do is reset. He already has the lead, and, it wasn't really necessary.
Yeah, okay, level 35 bosses, they do have the lead, 61 points. Like I said, it's not really anything super special. Of course, just like that, Jaeger was able to actually pull up the Rainmaker up to 69. They were close, but not quite it. Of course, Carranza coming up super clutch with that Bamboo. There was a couple of moments where he not only just kind of was able to get the picks that he needed, and of course using that Bamboo to pop the Rainmaker super quick, but at the same time it's just applying so much pressure, dodging Inkjets left and right. He's actually doing really good. And of course right now, level 35 boss is pushing up the Rainmaker past the 55 range. They're getting so close to the pedestal to 10 points right here. Nico Loco just in the back line right here. This is looking really good for them.
It's looking really good for them. The Inkjet coming out, unfortunately it gets taken out. Getting it was pretty much a 2v1. Mind managing to actually take out the Rainmaker right there. Really nice for him, actually being able to stall it out so the players from level 35 bosses can actually now come back into this.
How much run speed is that Bamboo running? He's just making that rooftop run look like it's nothing right here. Carranza does manage to help pick off one of the two members on the opposing team. And of course, they ends up having to drop from the roof right there just because of the Bamboo pressure. That range is going to come in super handy for all those rooftop scrimmages. But 3 members of level 35 bosses just jump in from the sky right there, just kind of landing unsuspectedly. And, this is... I think this is their time to shine, with this many members still down or up on each team right now. Nico Loco just kind of being a prime example, setting himself up, gets taken out by Fish, and, they're not going to be able to actually make that Rainmaker push. But right now, the boss is just looking so strong as they actually push in.
Gotta say that Carranza's been really dominant with the Bamboos here. He's mainly been just securing, or just, securing the top side of the map right now. Considering the weapon picks on the, I believe, Jager's weapon picks, it doesn't really do too well against the bamboo. It's just a really good matchup in general.
Ooh, and here comes the team wipe. Of course, keep in mind too that Jaeger does actually have a DC just kind of that last moment. The Dapples did disconnect, but because of the rules, the show must go on. Of course, level 35 bosses wasting no time whatsoever to pop that Rainmaker and get that win for themselves. So of course they're going to be up in the 1-0 situation, looking really good. And just man, I like this team. Mine coming up so consistent, of course, with that octo shot. We got Carranza just kind of pulling up the rear, helping out with that. Sorry, with the mid play push with the bamboo. Actually, dude, I gotta ask you something. Okay, so like you know a little bit about bamboo. What kind of play style does it have? Like, I would assume like it's more of a midline pick, right? But can it go aggressive? Is it more of a backline? Like, it seems like it can really do anything and everything.
It's definitely more midline than anything. Like it can have its aggressive moments. I mean, depending on the player's accuracy, like you can get some really nice close range kills with it, but it's just in the risk of maybe a 10 attack, M-parry, some sort of close range weapon being able to kill you faster while it's at that same range. So players usually who use bamboo tend to play a little bit more, I guess they play to its strengths, so of course it has quite a bit of range, so it's best to just, I guess, space out your opponents, just be within a range where the opposition cannot take you out. So definitely more midline more than anything, but can be aggro depending on the player's accuracy.
Yeah, for sure. So now, going into this round 2, we have spot zones on Skipper Pavilion. I'm just trying to think to myself, like, okay, both teams are going to be in the state of flux right now. They just came off a Rainmaker game. They're going to be editing their team comms just a little bit, or maybe not at all. It seems like if level 35 bosses was pretty content with their play, they have that the two front lines in the M-parries and the octo shot, and they have the bamboo kind of like helping tighten up that midline frontline presence, and of course with that with that Hydra in the backline. Do you think they would probably be pretty safe bringing in a comp like that? Or do you think it would probably be a little bit more to their merit to actually change things up a bit?
I mean, they could probably make it work. Like, if they can set up the bamboo on the lower side of the map, like they really don't want them to be pushing through the middle, since the angles are not the greatest. And considering the I guess the bottom side is a lot more flat, which was basically a position where the bamboo definitely excels. Like, if you think about like maps like Black Belly Skate Park or like Humpback Truck Trek, I mean, I know we're not playing on them, but like, since those types of maps are like more curvy in terms of height, or I guess the height of it, weapons like bamboo definitely don't tend to perform as well. So as you can see on Skipper, if the bamboo just tends to stay on the flatter side of things, then it should be able to perform well.
Yeah, that's actually a good thing. I hadn't even thought of that. Like the curvature can really definitely affect some weapons. I know some weapons tend to fare a lot better based on just the terrain. Half pipes and curved surfaces can be pretty weird in terms of just kind of being able to actually secure kills or just get hits. But that being said, of course, Skipper Pavilion, I wouldn't say it's a very vertical map. Like, there's so many different platforms, yes, but like it's this wide open swath of land. And of course, as we head into this game too, and of course the game is going to be taking place on, we have splat zones. So there's going to be all this contention happening around mid, and exactly just as I said, like look at this team comp. It's pretty much the exact same thing that they brought. I mean, the only exception, of course, being the oh no, it's the exact same thing. All right, but
yeah,
here's an interesting note: they have the Explosher and the Kensa Glugas.
Yeah, they definitely have the Explosher. It's probably going to be the weapon that's going to be, it's definitely going to be their backline weapon for sure. Gonna be using the bubble blower maybe to, I guess, secure the zone. He's in the position I thought he would be in. So has the Explosion right now in hand, has the bubble blower, probably gonna use this for zone right now, and throw the bubbles towards the Hydra so he cannot contest them.
Alright, they still have a kind of a bit of a midline presence right here. Sebastian just kind of hanging around, has the Inquisitor at the ready. It's just a matter of just how they're going to be able to push up. Two members do go down on sorry, on Jaeger. So you know, they did have a little bit of that midline push, but they have to be careful not to be able to lose their frontline presence right here. They do manage to take down Nico Loco, so the lack of an Octo shot and an Inkjet subsequently is going to be pretty big for them. But you know, this is still a matter of just how can they get back into the zone, and it seems like they're pretty close to doing so, but not quite.
So I just want to point out again on this map in particular, since it is somewhat, I mean, it's the newest map into the game, but it's just, I guess, how it's played in Splatoon. So I guess the thing about it is that players really want to be able to control the bottom of the map, and once they do have control, they don't want to have to push up too far, because really, the zone's so far away from the spawns, it's just a matter of just holding the zone and just waiting for what the opposition to come, and especially because when the opposition is coming towards the zone to try and take it back, they have to fight against them in a higher ground situation, so it's not the most, I guess, favorable position to be in when you're controlling a zone or just trying to, I guess, play Splatoon in general. So it's kind of a thing where you probably won't expect people to be pushing up straight all the way back up.
Yeah, that's very well said right here. Of course, you know, there's just constant this back and forth right here. Mine just going up with Nico Loco being just absolute aggressive frontliners right here. Beastly combo. They managed to actually secure a complete wipe onto Jaeger right now. And it's just the level 35 boss is just completely cleaning up everything they see, pushing that lead that they have. Mine does have the Inkjet at the ready right now. It's just a matter of the rest of the team on JagerGXA trying to be able to push and build the specials and make a midline push. But they do have to hurry. 20 ticks left right now for level 35 bosses. Mine using the Inkjet trying to suppress as many of the members onto the team. Here comes the Bubbles, hopefully trying to make sure that what they can do. Merlin does manage to get the pop, neutralizes the zone as much as possible, and they manage to get it back in the nick of time.
That was big plays from Merlin right there, making sure they can at least secure the zone, at least neutralize it, and also managing to actually secure it completely. Now, it does seem that Jager is now back in control of this game right now. Fish gets a really nice kill with the Tetris right there, picking up the bamboo, dodging the inkjet shots, unfortunately getting taken out right there. Mine just being mindful and just making sure, just making sure he doesn't just drop in just straight away, blindly, knowing that the players are there. And Jake is actually getting some really good control right now. Looks like level 35 bosses are actually trying to take this back, actually, and getting control back in the zone. Armor's up. Now just taking the players out right now.
Gotta be careful with those jumps right there. If, you know, being able to jump into the front line is dandy and all, but like if the members of the opposing team are just set up for that, that's not going to be really good. Of course, you know, level 35 bosses do have the upper hand right now at the moment. Fish just trying to be able to, with the right opportunity to pop the ink armor, does so, takes out one member of level 35 bosses, and this is going to be Fish coming up super huge! Gets the triple play, gets the quad right there. Beautiful play coming out by Jaeger right here. Fish right now pushing up with those the fizzy bombs, and might be their window of opportunity to be able to take this game back.
This definitely can. I don't even know what to say. That was a great code right there, but it does seem like it's a 3v3 situation right now. Karenza getting a nice splat right there, picking up 2 right there. Karenza getting 2 with the bamboozler right there, going off. Mine with the inkjet coming in to support. The exposure is there, and he does have bubble blower. Now, it's just to be a thing, he needs to save this to make sure that he can paint the zone. The armor is there, they have the specials and everything to make sure that they try and get back to the zone. And they get it.
Because the bubbles, oh, this is going to be the last line, or this last opportunity pretty much. 2 seconds left on the clock. This is going to be it right here. Fish trying to come up huge. Manages to get the trade, but that's not going to be enough. Merlin right now gets taken out by Mind. And Broad right now is the only one left being able to secure the zone. But
he needs to paint the zone, but no, couldn't be able to take it there.
Enough.
Unfortunately for Jager, they don't get the zone, unfortunately. And level 5 bosses take the win there. Gotta really compliment.
No, this is the best of 5. This is the best of 5.
This is best of 5. Yeah, this is best of 5. So, just gotta say, the bamboozler Karanza coming in with some really nice shots there with the bamboo, getting a nice 2 to be able to actually open that up in the, I guess that one situation there.
Carranza strikes me as a very reliable play. He's not the one to be able to put himself so much in harm's way, but at the same time, he's doing just enough to be able to actually say, like, be like a backbone for the team, right? And I always feel like you really need that for every comp. Like, there's the players that go gung-ho. You got Nico Loco in mind that just constantly go up into the people, like, enemy face, but, like, if Fish just gets both of them, then it always falls on Carranza to be kind of like that one person that's just like going to play safe. If he is able to get the punish, then yes, he will. But if he doesn't, then that's fine. He can just wait for the rest of his team, farm up the missiles, and do whatever he needs to facilitate the rest of his team coming back.
Yeah. That's exactly it right there. Looks like we are going into the next game. It's going to be a game 5. Oh, not game 5. Sorry, I'm getting too ahead of myself. It's going to be a game 3. Level 35 bosses only need to win one more game, and then they'll be moving on to the semifinals. Jager got to make the comeback of the reverse sweep if they can possibly do it.
I want this reverse sweep. I want it. Let's go. Let's do it.
Looking forward to
Fish, though, that last game.
Mm-hmm.
Getting that stellar quad, and I think he gets one more with the Tetra dualies. That was good. That game had me sweating a bit. I'm not gonna be lying. Like, it was good. I loved it.
Okay, going into the game. 10 more seconds left, and
we got this.
I've got this.
New
right
Albacore
now.
Hotel though, Clan Blitz. This one's a bit of a... People either like it or hate it. I don't know. I'm still kind of like undecided because it's like... I just don't like Albacore on principle because it's too wide open for me, but that's because I play a lot of like really weapons that don't have much range. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Maybe this team can actually find something that they can actually do to approach. But of course, you know, at level 35 bosses, they actually do bring in that Hydra, so that's going to be pretty helpful for them. Of course, Carranza sticking tried and true to that Bamboozler. If it works, you know, why change it, right? However, I just noticed Inkbrush Nouveau.
Yeah, the Inkbrush Nouveau. I mean, I believe it's the variant that actually has the baller, if I'm not mistaken. So, yep. I mean, decent pick on Clan Blitz. Like, Inkbrush is a very, very fast weapon that can just kind of go around and just, I guess, collect a bunch of clams all at the same time and just get people to jump them at the same time. So, you know, Inkbrush coming in with the baller.
Okay, Inkbrush baller, Grodd popping in a little bit early, trying to see if he can actually grab it. Doesn't do so, but that's okay. I mean, the rest of the team is there. Fish and Ryan Blood are actually there to support, but I don't think that's going to be it, dude. They had the opportunity to be able to actually dunk that, and it was just not meant to be.
Yeah, I feel like I definitely see the plan of what Jager is wanting to do. It looks like they want the Inkbrush to be running all the way to the left side. Mainly because on this map in particular, going through the left, it's a position that people tend to miss a lot of the time, especially when they're trying to, I guess, play this map, and they kind of miss that there is another opportunity to throw like power clams from the far left. So I guess using the Inkbrush is just a way just to get the player quicker through that area, so that if they do have a power clam of some sort, then they can just kind of get their power clam straight in and then follow up through the middle and throw some clams as well.
Yeah. Also, mine coming up with actually a beautiful double kill right there. But I also wanted to make mention too is that the Inkbrush. I think one thing it does personally excel at is just being able to collect clams, even if it's just in the game of denying or just getting those really, really quick power clams that they need in order to be able to push. But, you know, if the Inkbrush is just constantly going down, it's just not meant to be. Right here, Sebastian does get taken out by Fish. Fish, beautiful plays with those Petra duels, just being able to defend it. But the first power clam is actually going to be dunked in by level 35 bosses, and I don't think they're going to be able to follow up anything with that unless Nico Loco is able to make a miracle play, which he does!
Keeps it alive. Nico Loco keeps it alive, tries to get the picks on the rest of the players. Fortunately, I mean, not a bad play, because he still got the clams in. I mean, taking on a 3v1 right there. I mean, unlikely to, come on top with that, but still he did some work with his team. It's definitely really good that he did get those clams in, so that they don't actually get just a free clam off there, because usually when you're playing clan clips, you always want to be making sure that you get some follow-up clams. Otherwise, you're just giving the opposition a free power clam.
Yeah. I will have to say that GXA will have to actually be a little bit more careful here, because like it seems that the one thing that they do is like if they are trying to get a push, they're not really focusing so much on the map control. Whereas with the level 35 bosses, they get the map control as soon as they get like a really strong push right here. So we're having a little bit of technical difficulties right here, but I'm just still trying to commentate it as much as best as possible right here. It does seem that level 35 bosses did manage to actually get the power climb in there, and they're actually trying to push it as much as possible. So I guess we're gonna have to see really what they can do with that with 1 minute and 30 seconds left on the clock.
And we have G-Road only with the Ink Rush right here, has the ball already. He's the only one there. I mean, unfortunately, he may have wanted to, I guess, bring it back towards the middle, since, I mean, he could have possibly got the power climb in, but there would not be any, I guess, follow-up to it. So it's kind of unfortunate that, I guess that's somewhat of a missed opportunity, but on board with Nico here with the Inkjet, and unfortunately gets taken out, but also Carranza, I believe, following through with all of that. Power clams being jumped towards the purple basket right now, and it seems like Mine taking out the Ink Rush before he could actually get any more clams. Carranza with another key splat right there, making sure that he take out the the incoming power clam. Has 9 clams also, and calling out to his teammates that he's actually in position that he can possibly make something happen here. Just needs to make sure that he can get this splat. Perfect splat right there. Now, it's just a matter of that he can get Nico to actually throw a clam towards him, and then they could possibly get something going. But Carranza, again, gets a nice assist. Nice team play by Nico and Carranza there. Now, they do have the ball. We have Rian holding the, I guess, defending right here. Nico's just going to try and get some more clams. I mean, unfortunately, can't really get any further than that as the members of Jagger, start to close in on him. But this is Jagger's chance. They do have a power climb right now. Overtime now.
This is going to be their last push right here. Baller does come down, but unfortunately 3 members on JagerGXA do go down, and that's pretty much going to be it. I think they waited a little too long, or maybe they were just kind of waiting to get set up, and it was just not meant to be, because level 35 bosses, brilliant stellar plays and amazing defense coming all around. I think only letting in 1 power clam versus the countless other plays that they managed. Yeah, 3 right there. So good job on behalf of level 35 bosses, and of course JagerGXA, congrats to them for making the top 8, but that's pretty much going to be the end of the road for them as level 35 bosses continue on to the semifinals.
Nice. So, as I said,